Welcome back to the Kouryuu podcast, where we discuss the cultural differences between Japan and Canada. I'm Zach from Canada,
I'm Naoya from Japan.
and this week we're going to be talking about religion in our respective countries. So yeah, I guess to start off, I guess we'll start with Canada because I feel like there's more religions to talk about.
Right. I think
Yeah,
so. Yeah.
even though to be honest, it's mainly people here are Christian,
Right.
though that's kind of simplifying it because so Christian is like the I don't know the overarching one,
Mm-hmm.
but then there's different kind of types of Christianity. So for sure the most popular one is Catholicism, which is what
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
most people are, and then there's Protestantism
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay.
Anglicanism. And yeah, just I guess to dive into the differences just really quickly between them. So basically, Catholicism is the one that like has a hierarchy. So there's priests, and above priests, there's well, I guess like bishops, archbishops, deacons, stuff like that. And
Okay.
eventually, it
Okay.
goes up. It goes up to the Pope.
Okay.
And then also in Catholicism, when
Mm.
you eat the bread and drink the wine, it's supposed to be literally like the body and blood of Christ.
Mm-hmm. 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 Okay.
And then also priests, Catholic priests also can't marry, so like they have to be single.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then in Protestantism, which is like it's a kind of Christianity that started in Germany because basically started this guy named Martin Luther. Basically had this I don't know what to call it article or I guess kind of essay called the 99 or sorry
Okay.
90,
Okay.
95 Theses
95. This is okay.
because he thought that like the Catholic Church was too powerful and that they were corrupt.
Okay.
So I guess he kind of like made his own
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
kind of version of Christianity. And then also, so they actually like reject the Pope. So there's no Pope in Protestantism.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then also for them, the like wine and bread, they're just like representations of Christ, not
Mm-hmm.
like actually his body and blood.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then for Anglicans, which is like definitely the smallest kind of division,
Yep.
which is one that started in the UK, so
Mm-hmm.
it's like really tied to there. It's like sort of part of Protestantism.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little complicated. So if you are interested,
Mm.
I encourage you to read up more about it. But there's just a lot to get into with it, so
Okay.
won't dive into too much. But also, so for Anglicans, the priests can get married,
Mm-hmm.
and also they also like reject the Pope. So
Mm.
for I guess Anglicans and I suppose Protestants as well, each like church is kind of different from one another because like there's no like kind of leader.
Okay.
Yeah,
There's no leader.
basically
Okay.
like I guess higher than the priest.
Okay. Okay. Like, did you say, sorry, like, did you say Pope?
Pope, yeah.
Pope. Sorry.
Mhm.
What is a Pope?
Oh, okay, yeah. I probably should have mentioned that.
Sorry.
So the Pope is like the top guy in Christianity, or I guess
Okay.
I should say in like Catholicism. Really, he's the top guy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So he, hmm, I guess he kind of speaks for the church as a whole, but it it does get kind of complicated because like the Pope and I guess the church could still have like different views. So yeah, it
Okay.
is. Yeah, it once again it also is quite complicated,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
but just want to give you like a quick overview.
Mm-hmm.
And so in Canada, most people are one of those three.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I feel like it's mainly the older generation, but I guess I could be wrong.
Mm.
Just because I feel like most people, like younger people I meet, usually they're not religious.
Okay.
But when you talk to older people, like they usually are. Like I feel like it feels like whenever I talk to someone that's older from
Mm.
Canada,
Mm.
it feels like almost all of them went to Catholic school.
Okay.
So yeah,
So, mm.
yeah, so
Okay,
it's definitely very, very popular. And tons and tons of people go to church on Sunday, or I guess Saturday
on
as well.
Sunday. Sunday as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Mm.
and actually, like Catholic school, like Catholicism is so popular in Canada that there is actual like Catholic schools, which I don't think there are any other religious schools in Canada. It's the only,
Only Catholic.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
as far as I know. There might be some other ones, but they're definitely nowhere as popular for sure.
So like there are mainly three religions in Canada, and then like is it historic? Like is it because like in the past, like people in the UK and French just went to the Canada, and then they
Mm.
tried to
Pretty much, yeah.
pretty much like that.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
okay, okay. Yeah. So that's why you guys are speaking the English, and also some people in Canada, like Quebec and
Hmm.
Montreal,
Hmm.
speaks French.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, that's not obviously that's not everyone's Catholic, of course. There's
Yeah,
also
I know.
like compared to the U.S., there's like a pretty big population that's not religious. So
Mm.
I read a few different articles and couldn't. They were all kind of different with percentages, but it seems between like 24 to like 30% of people in Canada like aren't religious,
Oh, okay.
which is a pretty big percent.
Mm.
And then there's also there's a whole bunch of other ones, but they're definitely like nowhere as popular.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's definitely have a decent Muslim population, Hindu population,
Yep.
Sikh population,
Yep.
Buddhist population, and
Mm-hmm.
Jewish population. And there's
Mm-hmm.
other ones, but it literally just said others, so there could be
Mm.
so many other types.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's at least in like the bigger cities, it is common to meet people from different religions. So like even though I went to Catholic school, like there were still people at my school that were of
Mm.
different religions, which is
Mm.
interesting.
Yeah. It's interesting. Like you know, p- like in Japan too. Like people in Japan, like younger generation usually like don't talk about religious things in Japan.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
it's kind of a social issue. Like I think we have to know about religion, like in Japan, culture or like history, but we don't really talk about it. And then what about in Canada? Like when people are young, do you
Mhm.
guys talk about like what's your family like believing or stuff like that? Do you talk about it?
Uh, yeah. Like the thing is, like religion is it's kind of a sensitive topic for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
So like I think like it's fine if like people like talk
Mm.
about their different religions
Yeah.
at like kind of like a surface level, but like obviously like kind of beyond that, it gets kind of uh, it can be kind of complicated.
Mm.
So yeah.
Like, do you guys have the chances to talk about it? Like, for example, at the school, like, do you guys have time like do you guys have the rest like classes for thinking about like religious programs or something?
So I can't really speak to public schools that
Mm.
much. I think for public schools, I think they do learn about religion, but
Yeah.
I think I think in high school at least, I think it's maybe an optional class. I'm actually not really sure though.
Okay.
Yes, it's like since I went to Catholic school, like of course, like religion was one of the mandatory classes I had to take.
Okay. You have to take it.
Yeah,
Mm.
but even then, like when I was in high school, the last 2 years they weren't about just Christianity because before then it was just we really just only covered
Mm.
like Catholicism. because it
Mhm.
was Catholic schools I was going to. But in grade 11 and 12, like we learned about other religions and like philosophy. So yeah, we definitely did learn about religions kind of in general.
Mhm. Mhm. Okay. Mm, well, okay. Like in Japan, Buddhism and Shinto are really popular. So, and
Mhm.
then in Canada, like, is there any people believing in Buddhism and like, oh, sorry, Shinto? Like a people. Is there any like a people believing in Shinto? However, seen
I don't think I've ever met someone
Shinto.
that's Shinto before.
Okay, okay.
Like I'm sure they're out there. Like I said, there is that like 0.7% that's just other. So I guess Shinto is probably in there.
Mm,
But yeah, I've never met anyone that. Well,
okay.
okay, in Canada, I guess like for my Japanese friends, of course. But
Yeah.
that's not really Canadians then.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I think so. Okay, okay. わかりました。Like, so I think in Canada, Christmas and Halloween are like a important day in a year. So,
Mhm.
like, do you guys have the difference between? So, do you guys like have the different like a habit, different custom, like between Catholic and like a Protestant on Christmas
Oh,
Day or
oh, jeez.
Halloween?
Well, Halloween, I don't think is actually a religious
Mm.
holiday.
Yeah.
I don't think that one's
Mhm.
different. For Christmas, I would imagine for sure. I would think they all celebrate it.
Mm.
It might be a bit different between them, but I'm personally not sure.
Mhm. Okay.
But yeah, actually, on the topic of holidays, so pretty much like since Christianity is so popular in Canada, like
Yep.
pretty much the only religion how do I explain it's like so Christianity is the only religion that has like federal holidays.
Mhm.
So Christmas
Ah, okay.
and like Easter Monday, I think,
Mhm.
are federal holidays.
Federal holiday. Okay.
But for example, like Hanukkah, which is one of the Jewish
Mhm.
holidays, it's not a federal holiday.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, like if you're Jewish in Canada, I think your employer would still let you take those days off,
Ah, okay.
but it's not a holiday for
It's
everyone.
not a holiday for
Yeah,
all the people. Like,
exactly. Yeah.
okay.
So like even if you're not Christian, like you still get Christmas Day off. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. Just because
Right.
like there's so many people that celebrate it that like it just makes sense that
Right.
everyone gets the
Yeah.
day off. Yeah.
Yeah. Even if don't people don't believe in the Christianism, so like in Japan as well, like people most of the people in Japan usually uh it's it's kind of culture like not date with like maybe girlfriend or boyfriend, like younger people just usually date with young girlfriend as a boyfriend.
Mhm.
And then I don't know why, but I think Japanese people really like picking like some cultures from Western countries. So
Mhm.
and also we usually wear the like a costume on
Mhm.
Halloween, like in Tokyo, in Osaka, like in a big city as well. So it's totally different, you know, like the way to celebrate the
Yeah.
day is like it's. I think for Japanese people, it's not celebrity day. Like it's kind of like the big event
Mhm.
for Japanese people, but people in Canada usually just believe in the
Mhm.
Christianism. So, like, I heard that you guys just spend most of the time with your family, or
Yeah.
right? Yeah, on
Yeah.
Christmas
Exactly.
Day. So, yeah, okay. And then the most of stores are closed, right?
Yeah. Pretty much everything
For everything there.
except for like I guess gas stations.
Okay, station. Okay.
Surprisingly, like the movies are still open.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, surprisingly.
Mm.
And then maybe like Shoppers Drug Mart. And that's like probably about it. Like so
Okay.
not even Tim Hortons.
No. Okay.
Surprisingly.
Surprisingly, yeah. Okay. That's interesting. Okay, yeah. So okay. So do people having to work on Christmas Day usually complain about it? Like, do they want don't they want to work on Christmas Day? Like most of people. Like,
No way.
no
Like
way. Okay.
if you have to work on Christmas Day, like people are usually like really sad for you because like
Mm.
that's where you're supposed to be spending time with your family. It's like it's the biggest holiday.
Holiday.
Yeah, I
Mm.
guess I guess it's the biggest holiday in Canada, like in general. Like I don't think there's any other day where there's as many things closed.
Mm.
It's definitely the biggest.
Right. Right. But when I was in Toronto, I saw like I saw some people not believing in criticism, also celebrating like they prepare like some cakes, like dishes for that day.
Mhm.
So now Christmas is mm, like for most of the people, maybe Christmas is should be like like an important like a day, I think.
Mhm.
Mm. But it's different from maybe Japanese things. Like maybe
Mhm.
yeah, we also have like some cakes on Christmas Day with my with families. It depends, but it sounds like events for us, I think.
Well, because
Yeah.
like Christmas in Japan, like it's not. How to explain? It's like it's not a holiday. Like you
Mm.
don't get the day off from work, right?
Right. We don't
Yeah.
usually get the days off on that day. So yeah, right. So do you like do you guys usually like how long can you get how many days off like can you get a day like on Christmas Day? Like I know it depends on the person, but like for example in your case when you were working at the
Mhm.
company, like how how many days off did you get like on Christmas Day?
Well, for Christmas itself, it's just one day,
Mm.
but I guess you also get. Well, okay, yeah. So for just Christmas, you just get one day, but the next day is Boxing Day, which is like not a religious
Okay.
holiday. So yeah, it's kind of like 2 days. So,
Okay.
sometimes kind of more like if Christmas is on like a Thursday, then you get like Thursday to Sunday off if you have like a normal like job where you work Monday to Friday.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, otherwise it's just technically one day.
Technically one day. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm. Okay. Okay. Like, do you guys like consecutive days off, like in a year, like except for Christmas days? Like, for example, 2 days off, 3 days off,
The only one I guess
like
would I guess Easter kind of,
Easter.
but like it really depends on the place.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Like, people people don't not believing in Christianism
Oh,
take days off?
sorry, you'd say Christianity.
Christianity, sorry, Christianity, sorry,
It's okay. It's okay.
Christianity. Yeah. So, do people believing Christianity take days off on Christmas Day in Canada? Does it depend?
Well, I mean, it's a federal holiday, so you get the day
Ah,
off
so
no matter what.
hold on. Okay, right. Okay. Do you go to like for your case? Like, do you go to church like at some point? When do people in Canada? So sorry. When do people believing Christianity
Mhm.
go to church? Like I know it's like on Sundays,
Mhm.
usually on Sunday and the
Yeah.
Saturday, and then also like a if like a which event like a which holiday, like do you guys have like a specific holiday they have to go to like church, kind of.
Not really,
Mm,
because like churches every week. So like
mm,
even if there's a holiday that week, like you're going anyways.
right.
So yeah. So
Okay.
I guess you should.
I should. We should. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
わかり
Yeah.
ました。うん。
Yeah. And also, so the thing is, like,
うん。
Christianity is so big in Canada
うん。
that so I was looking into how many of
うん。
Canada's prime ministers have been Christian, and literally all of them.
Oh, really?
Literally
All
every
of
single
them.
one of them has been Christian.
う
Not all of them
ん。
have been Catholic. Some of them have been like Protestant or Anglican, but yeah, every single one has been Christian, which I was surprised about.
うん。
But yeah, because so like in the US, for example, I know that it seems like you almost have to be like Catholic to get elected,
Okay.
even though I guess that there is supposed to be like the separation of church and state.
うん。
Yeah, in Canada, I'm not like I feel like it doesn't matter as much,
うん。
but I guess maybe I'm wrong because, like I said, literally every single prime minister has been Christian.
Yep.
Uh, but I feel like they don't talk about like religion as much in politics.
うん。
But if even then, it's a pretty big deal because like I think just recently, so one of the political leaders is like the first one in Canadian history to like basically not be Christian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So like that's I mean I guess that's pretty cool.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
うん。
So like I feel like even though maybe religion isn't as important in politics here,
う
it still
ん。
kind of is,
Yep.
if that makes
Yep.
sense.
Yep.
And like so for Japan, like do people care if a politician is like
So,
really Buddhist or like really Shinto?
yeah, that's a good question actually. But I don't think we care about it because I've never seen people talking about like which
Mm.
religion politician have. So yeah, I don't think it doesn't matter. Like I don't know.
Sure.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, yeah. I think it doesn't matter, for people. So and then like maybe people in Japan don't care about religion because like everyone like naturally believes in like Shinto. I think like maybe for example in Shinto's perspective, we
Mhm.
have to appreciate everything. Like
Oh, sure,
everything
sure, sure.
has like a soul and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, and then so if I do something bad for that, like something bad happened to us,
Mhm,
so
mhm.
like it's kind of like like a Shinto's soul. So yeah, like Japanese people don't realize that we are believing like religions, and then we
Mhm.
don't know really about religious things, but actually we are really maybe strongly believing in Shinto, I think.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Wait,
so
so
it's
so like even if they're Buddhist?
yeah, but it's even if it's like a Buddhist. For example,
Mhm.
I can talk about like my family thing actually. Like my
Yeah, if you want
family,
to, sure.
yeah, yeah, my family are believing in Nichi-renshu, which is branched from Buddhism. Like
Oh,
it's
okay,
a
sure.
one style of like a Buddhism, and then
Mhm, mhm.
yeah, so almost every day my mom and my grandma like pray in front
Mhm,
of
mhm.
the like a like the statue, like small statue of Buddha in at
Mhm,
house.
mhm. Sure, sure, sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we like my family is also believing Buddhism, but also my mom, my parents like have been teaching me like you have to cherish everything. Like it's kind of like from Shinto, originally
Mhm,
from
mhm.
Shinto. So yeah, both religions are mixed, like have been mixing like as we just grow up.
Hmm.
So it's it's really complicated. Like maybe in the people in
Yeah,
the
I think
past,
so.
yeah. I think Shinto is originally like generated in Japan, and then I think
Mhm.
Buddhism is originally from India, and then
Yeah.
by China. So we picked up Buddhism from China like long time ago. I
Mhm,
think
mhm,
like in the history, some priest went to the China and then they learned about
mhm, mhm,
Buddhism, and then they went back to Japan and then they just spread it out.
mhm,
So and then in at that moment, Buddhism and Shinto originally in originally generated in Japan are mixed, and
mhm,
then some general like which is a shogun in Japan
mhm,
general like they tried to introduce Buddhism to advocate like Japanese people in the past. So in that moment, maybe Buddhism and Shinto are mixed, and then we are believing in both now. So
mhm.
yeah, and then some styles like I think Zen. Zen is
Yeah, for
also
sure.
one of
Yeah.
the
Mhm,
well-known style of Buddhism. So we some people believe in Zen Shu. We call it Zen Shu. Shu means kind of like style for for Buddhism for religion. So uh, yeah, mm. So it's totally different maybe from Canadian history, maybe Canadian like a historical thing about
mhm.
religion. Mm.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we'll just kinda move over to
Yep.
Japan now. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really much love to say about Canada anyway,
Mm,
so yeah, it's
mm.
probably a good time to
Yeah.
switch.
Yeah. Can I just talk about a little bit? Can I just talk a little bit about Shinto and Buddhism?
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, there are mainly two types of religion in Japan. So
Mhm,
as I said before, so one of them is Shinto, and then Shinto is like religion originally formed in Japan, which is the ethnic religion, I think. And then in Shinto, we believe that everything has gods inside.
mhm,
Yeah, and for instance, some people believe there is a god in foods,
mhm.
so we don't like living foods in general. It depends on the person actually, but most of Japanese
Sure.
people don't want to live foods, and
Mm,
also most of us don't realize that we pretty fully believe in it. So yeah, and also there is no founder and scripture of this religion.
oh, interesting.
Yeah, but there is a story out of gods
Mhm.
appearing, like which is called Kojiki in Japanese.
Okay.
So yeah, and then the emperor in Japan is considered as the descendant of one of the god in that story.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so that god is regarded as the top of all the gods in Shinto.
Mhm, mhm.
Mm. So that's why we have been worshipping their families since a long time ago.
Hmm,
Mm.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, okay, so I'm kinda wondering that, so if okay, so I guess if Shintoism and the emperor are connected,
Yep.
so okay, so the emperor lives in Tokyo, right?
Yeah. Tokyo. Yeah.
So wait, but why doesn't he live in is it, Mie where oh, what's the really important
Oh,
shrine?
Ise Jingu. I
Isei-Jingu,
think
yeah,
Ise
yeah,
Jingu. Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
like, I'm kinda confused, why doesn't because I assume that's it's considered, like, the most important shrine in
Yeah.
Japan, right?
Yeah. Kind of like that. Yeah. Jingu. There are some shrines named with like a Jingu,
Yeah, for sure.
which are like a most important like shrines in Japan, and then uh Isejingu is also one of them, and then I think Isejingu is the top. I kind of like top of the shrines in Japan.
Yeah.
So yeah, actually, I'm not sure why they don't live in the Mie prefecture,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's a good question actually. So, like in the past, like in the history, have we had the city, like the biggest city in Kyoto, and
Yep.
sometimes it's moved to Nara.
Yeah.
So it's like technically in Kansai area,
Yeah.
there are so many people, and then but maybe I think like the one of the famous general uh from Kanto area
Hmm.
took the power to um, control in control people in Japan. So it's not control.
Sure.
I think that's advocate maybe. How should I
Sure.
what should I use for what should I use what which verb should I use that for? I think
Hmm.
anyway, like anyway.
Sure.
So yeah, the one with the famous general just took the power, and then he was from Kanto area,
Mhm.
which is Tokyo right now, but in the past, which is called Edo, and then
Oh, okay.
yeah. So that's why now the capital in Japan is Tokyo, and then
Right.
yeah. So I think. Oh,
Wait, yeah,
sorry.
sorry. Yeah, I had
Yeah,
a question. So one of the eras was Kamakura, right?
Kamakura era. Yeah,
So was the capital Kamakura for a while as well?
yeah. For a while, Kamakura is
Oh, okay, I didn't
I
know
think
that.
capital. Yeah. So Kamakura is also located in Kanto
Also
area.
Kanto, yeah,
It's
yeah.
yeah, it's pretty close to Tokyo.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
not too far.
yeah. So yeah, for a while, yeah, Kamakura was also one of the capital in Japan. But I think in the past, Japan was like separated into like each region, and then you know they like one general couldn't to take the power for whole Japan. So he just took the power and have he had the power for the just one area, like maybe Tokyo Kanto area, or just, and then another one had the power around Kansai area. So
Mhm.
and then they repetitively just fought each other.
Sure.
Yeah. And then in Japan in the past, maybe there are three main power balances. Like
Mhm.
one of them is like emperor side, and
Okay.
the another one is general, and also general, which is basically samurai, kind of like that.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the other one is like the priest, and then
Okay.
yeah, so they each other try to get the power
Mhm.
to advocate Japan in the past. So
Mhm.
and then I didn't answer to your question actually. So
It's okay.
Isejingu, yeah, I think now so emperor is like a representation
Mhm.
representation in Japan. So
Yeah.
I think the government in Japan put it in the Tokyo to like to make it easy to not control but like
I guess like protect.
protect. Yeah, right,
Yeah, I guess that makes
right.
sense.
I think so. Yeah. So that's why. Yeah. And then I think that's the reason why. Yeah, they are in the Tokyo right now. So I don't know when, but I think they don't. They are not. They were. they have not been living in Mie Prefecture. So yeah,
Mhm.
and then there are many shrines, important shrines in each prefecture, each
Mhm.
region. So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, mm, it's kind of strange because like when this when the earthquake happened
Mhm.
at some point, like their family, like the family of emperor, tried to go to the place
Mhm.
the earthquake happened, and then they usually helped, not help,
Mhm.
like they just
Sure,
spoke
sure, sure.
to
Yeah.
them, and then like most of Japanese people usually crying when
Mhm.
seeing it, and then I agree with that. Like I think when I see emperors in reality, I think I'm
Mhm.
gonna cry, kind of like I'm gonna
Sure.
mm, mm.
I mean, yeah,
But
because it is pretty special. I mean, I'm sure you don't see the emperor or the emperor's family that often, right?
yeah.
Like, I'm sure even for people in Tokyo, I'm sure they don't really see him often. The same way
Yeah.
that, like, even though I live in Ontario, I've only seen the prime minister in person once.
Right. Oh, did you have you ever
Y-
seen?
Yeah, he was. I think it was in 2019. Yeah, in 2019, at the Pride Parade, he was there in Toronto,
Oh,
which was
okay.
yeah. So that's pretty cool. I didn't even know he was going to be there. So that was
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah, that's
Oh,
pretty cool.
2019. Okay. That's the
Mhm.
when. That was the when that's the when I went when I was in Canada. I think 2019. Okay, okay.
Yeah, you probably saw him and didn't know that it was him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did he wear like some costume for
No,
Pride
he
Parade?
was
No.
he just dressed like normally. Maybe he had like
Don't
something
worry.
like rainbow colored on, but that was about it, I think.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. I want to see him. Okay. Got it. Mm.
Yeah,
So,
actually, sorry. Actually, I have a question about
mm.
the emperor,
Yeah.
or I guess like the royal family. Like,
Royal family. Yeah.
how how much do people in Japan care about the royal family? Because like in
Mm.
the UK, for example, like for sure there's some people that care, but there's also tons of people that like really
Don't
don't care at
care about
all.
it. Right. Yeah. Mm. I think in general, people in Japan don't really care about royal
Hmm.
family, but in the news, of course, we sometimes watch the news about the royal family. For example, like some maybe prince or like a prince,
Mhm.
made a family, like a new family, like a baby or something.
Oh,
So
sure, sure.
then
Yeah, yeah.
when I watch it, when we watch it, we just feel like, oh yeah, like congratulations, and then you
Mhm.
know yeah, like we are glad to hear that, like that. So
Mhm.
yeah, but in general, we don't really care about it. But at some important points,
Mhm.
they, they showed up like on at the big event. Maybe in next time, maybe the Olympic.
Yeah, yeah,
In
I
the
would think.
Olympic, they're gonna
Yeah.
come to the conference, and then they're gonna
Mhm.
just speak maybe some at some point. So
Mhm.
yeah, in general, we don't care, but at some point,
Sure.
it's some like just important events. I guess we don't really care about it. Yeah, like in a general situation, but
Mhm.
at the most like important events, they come and then they speak to citizen.
So like what other events like because I'm sure like they must talk for like when the era changes, I'm sure they give speeches.
Right.
But like so like besides that in the Olympics, like what else do they
Olympic,
speak
do they
at?
speak at event? Okay. Oh, actually, I don't really see the
Okay, sure. So I guess
speaking.
it's like
Yeah,
so like
the speeches.
it's that rare, yeah.
Yeah, it's really there. I think.
Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. I think maybe big like the Olympic is one of the biggest events in the world. So
Mhm.
yeah, that's why. And I don't. I've never seen them like at just Japanese. For example, like the game of like soccer, or just baseball, like WBC. But yeah, I've never seen them at the WBC even. So yeah, only maybe Olympic. And yeah, and sometimes I've seen them on New Year's Day at the news. Like they
Mhm,
speak
mhm,
to in front of the camera, like they just speak to the like any citizens,
mhm,
this year, like they hope they say like they hope this year will be great year, like for like healthy,
mhm.
safe for everyone, like that. So I think that's all. Yeah.
Sure, sure, sure.
Mm. And can I just talk about Buddhism a little bit?
Yeah, sure, sure. Go for it.
Yeah. So Buddhism is originally from, as I said before, India by China.
Yep.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
some Japanese priests went to China to run some sort of like Buddhism, and it
Mhm,
branched out some styles in Japan.
mhm,
And one of the general accepted it and introduced it into Japanese society, and then
mhm.
it's gradually accepted by people and mixed with Shinto, as I said before. And my family has been believing in one of them, which is named Nichiren Shu.
Sure, sure.
This is one of the styles in Buddhism. So, and then we are
Mhm.
not super seriously believing it. So,
Sure, sure,
yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah. We don't argue that, like, you know, like so Nichiren is the name of a person made Nichiren Shu. So that's why
Mhm,
Nichiren Shu is the name of that. And then we don't argue that like he is God, he's very important for the world. We don't talk about it. Just we
mhm.
uh sometimes ask him to get some support.
Okay, sure, sure,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, 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 yeah. So we are not relying on him like for everything. Like just
Mhm.
sometimes we just go to
Sure, sure,
temple
sure.
or church, and then we just worship like this. So
Mhm, mhm.
yeah.
So, so is Nichi Renshu? Is that the how I explain
Mm.
this? Is that the one for Japan in general, or are there like other kinds in Japan that are also popular?
Nichiren is, I think, pretty popular religion, like branches from
Mhm.
Buddhism. But there are, I think, mainly six religion.
Oh wow.
So yeah, 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 yeah. Branched from
Sure, sure, sure.
Buddhism, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, and then one of them is Zen.
Oh, okay. Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
So Zen is also, in general, we call it Zen Shu. So we put
Oh, okay.
Shu after the name of uh, religion. So Zen Shu is also that. And then, like the way to worship is from each other.
Sure, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah. Of course, of
for
course.
example, in the Nichiren Shu, we just like how can I say this? Like share like hands, like put the hands together and then just
Yeah, you just call it like praying, I guess.
pray. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We just
Yeah, yeah.
pray like with hand, and then just we say we spell something. that's that's the style of like Nichiren Shu to pray. And Zen Shu, I think Zen usually, they try to ask themselves, and then like closing their eyes, and then
Mhm.
they just sit on the floor, and then maybe they continuously ask themselves to like what to do, or like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, 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 yeah.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
that's the style of Zen Shu. So yeah, it's unique. I think each religion in Japan is pretty unique.
For
It's
sure, for
totally
sure.
different. So yeah, right. I think in the past, priests usually try to go to the temple in the mountain, and then they do
Mhm.
they did like a practice maybe to keep sitting on the
Sure, sure,
floor
sure.
like
Yeah.
that. But now, it's too much. I think some priests
Mhm,
do that, but like the general people don't do that. We just, do like this. So
mhm, mhm.
yeah.
So, so in Japan, like, have you ever met someone that's not Shinto or Buddhist?
I think Shinto is like instilled already
Sure, sure.
instilled. So I've never seen I've never seen people not having Shinto like just not doing a Shinto. So and then of course they don't say I don't believe in Shinto.
Mhm,
So I've never seen them. And no, in my case, I've also never seen people believing Buddhism in Japan. But
mhm,
I saw the website that saying like some of the percentage, like people, some of the percentage they don't have
mhm,
any
mhm.
religion.
Sure, sure,
So
sure. Yeah.
yeah, right. And the younger people also thinks that they don't have religion, but actually
Mhm,
their
mhm.
family usually have like some
Yeah.
styles of religion. So
Mhm, mhm.
yeah, it's kind of complicated.
Yeah, I like one of my friends told me that like for some people like they don't even know what religion they are
Oh
until they have
yeah,
to go to a funeral.
yeah. So it's kind of natural in Japan. So
Mhm,
yeah, in my case, I'm curious about religion, so I sometimes
mhm, mhm,
ask my parents, which so what's Nichirenshu is, and then we usually go to temple on New
mhm.
Year's Day. Actually, every year I think we go to the temple to pray for this year, like a good, and then so, but in some Japanese people don't really about their what they believe in, what their
Mhm,
family believes in. So I think the religion in Japan are kind of fading out.
mhm.
Mm, I'm not sure, like, but
Sure, sure, sure.
yeah. So is it same as Canada? I think you.
Mm. It feels that way. Like there's still definitely a lot of younger people that are religious,
Mhm.
but like I said, I feel like oh geez, like I feel like I don't really know that many younger people that are religious. Like I feel like I know way more people that aren't than people that are.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Do you think is it same like all over the world?
It kind of feels that way. Of course, it's gonna be different for every place.
Mm.
Like, for example, for a country like Italy, like I'm sure Christianity is probably gonna stay popular there for a long, long time
Mm.
because
Mm.
as you
Right.
may know, like Italy is where the Pope lives.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
so like it's a pretty important place for like Christianity.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly. Okay. Mm. Mm. Yeah. Buddhism is originally from India via China,
Yeah.
so it's it's a religion. Yeah, I know, but Shinto it's at some point Shinto is not kind of like religious. It's kind of like a behavior or attitude of Japanese people, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah, because people in Japan don't care about it, and then they don't realize that we are believing in Shinto. We just know like how to be polite, how to be good.
Mhm.
For example, as I said before, like we don't want to leave the foods like in general because
Mhm.
maybe something bad will happen like
Yeah,
if
yeah.
we did that, so if we do that, so it's it's technically from Shinto, but we don't realize that, so
Yeah, it's
it's
kind of the same here.
same here. You're okay in Canada
Yeah, it's
too.
kind of Yeah, it's kind of the same because, like, for example, if someone sneezes, people will say "bless
Oh,
you,"
yeah,
and
right.
like which is it like it comes from, I guess, Catholicism,
Chris,
but like
Chris.
no one thinks about it. Like,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah. Also in English, like when I learn English, I think the first phrase that I learned it was "Oh my God,"
yeah, that too.
right?
Or people will even say, will say like Jesus Christ
Jesus
as well.
Christ. Yeah,
Yeah, which of course is like
yeah,
very
yeah.
rooted in
Really,
Christianity,
yeah.
but people don't think about it at
Don't think
all.
about it. Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
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 there's
yeah,
so many examples.
yeah. And do you guys also like cheese sometimes? In your case, like
Yeah,
cheese.
that I guess yeah, that also comes
It also
from like
comes
Jesus. Yeah. It's like a short form,
short form of Jesus Christ.
I guess. Yeah.
You guess. Okay, okay. Oh, sorry. Is the meaning same?
Yeah.
Jesus
I
Christ and
guess so.
Jesus
I guess I assume that's where it comes from,
comes
because like
from
otherwise, I don't really know where G's
Jesus.
would come from.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But I don't really come up with any phrases originally from Buddhism.
Well, I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense since it's from India.
India. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know if in India like they have like some religious words like
Well,
originally
I mean,
from
it's
Buddhism. I'm not sure. Yeah, but we don't have it
yeah. I mean, it's complicated for
at
India too
least.
because they have like multiple religions that are really popular.
Mm,
So, yeah, I guess it'd be kind of different.
right.
But
Right.
are there any like Shinto phrases
Shinto
that are common?
phrases, right?
Yeah. Well, like I would think that like kind of itadakimasu and like gochu so samadeshita
Yeah,
are like kind of
kind of. Yeah, it's their kind of original from Shinto. Yeah, yeah. Like it's about the sort of we have to appreciate maybe food. So before eating,
mm,
we say
yeah.
itadakimasu, and after eating, gochusou-sama. So yeah, it's yeah, yeah. I agree with that. Yeah, and also we don't actually I cannot really come up with the words, but there are
Sure.
some superstitious things.
Oh,
I
sure.
think yeah,
Hmm.
it's originally from Shinto, and then
Hmm.
one of them is kita which means makura means a pillow,
Oh,
and
okay.
kita means
Like
no nose
north, right?
nose
Yeah.
nose. Yeah. So kitamakura means like if I translate into English, it's like a nose pillow. So
Hmm.
which means if we sleep like directed to the nose,
Hmm.
like the like in Japan, like the nose is where like the dead people go to after dying.
Okay.
So if we sleep on that the direction, we have to see. Well, no, so we should see the bad dream.
Okay.
Well, we should lack of the like happiness if we do that. So
Hmm.
that's why we avoid kitamakura.
Sure.
Yeah. And another one, like when I was a kid, my mom told me if I play flute at night, snakes would come to my house.
In- Interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's originally from Shinto, but yeah,
Sure.
yeah. And also if we don't hide some, like
Hmm.
when the car, like dead person brings to the place where we hold the how can I say this?
I assume funeral.
Right, funeral. Sorry, thank you.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
funeral. We didn't see our parents passing away, so that's also originated from I think Shinto.
Hmm.
Yeah, there are many this kind of like superstitious thing in Japan.
Sure.
Yeah, is there anything like that in Canada?
Well, like that's one of the reasons we say bless you is they say
Bless you. Yep.
Like if you don't say bless you, then like your soul escapes.
はい。
So
Okay.
yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I
For
can't
sure.
really think of any other ones though. I'm sure there are some. I just can't think of them right now.
Oh, actually, I have kind of question. Actually, I should have asked you earlier, but
Mhm.
like when I was in Canada, I tried to say "bless you" when someone like sneezed.
Mhm.
hmm If I don't say that, is it impolite?
Oh, no one cares.
No,
I
no one
guess
cares.
so, but no one cares.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No one cares. Okay, got it. And then you guys
Yeah, yeah.
say thank you after being said, bless you, right?
Yeah.
So is it also like if I don't say that, is it impolite?
If you don't, oh,
Like thank you,
that yeah, that's a little different. Yeah, then I would
Okay,
yeah, you should say it.
okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, I got it. So it's just my questions. Yeah,
That's okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's where we're going to end things for this week. The next week, we're going to talk about sports, and I think we're going to talk about it in Japanese. Yeah, so thank you for listening. Of course, you can find our podcast on YouTube, Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, you
Yep.
name it. You can find it in the description. It will take you to our link tree. It'll tell you everywhere you can find it. And yeah, until next week, matane.
またね。